Yeah, and I
This
got
way.
it. Yeah, it's live.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Shalawam. I'm going to start off by saying all praises and honor to Yahawah.
YAHAWAH, Baha Sham, YAHWASHI, Baha Sham, QADASH.
Double honors to the apostles of GMS who we learn the truth from. Salutations unto you elect out there, hopeful elect. Coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahawah Baha Baha Sham QADASH. We're going to basically get into the prophecy and current events that's happening right now that lines up with the scriptures. Alright? So let's just start off with the Revelation
Revelation
13.
okay.
Yeah. Because we gotta push
15.
yeah, start at let me see one more. This is a good chapter actually. One second. Let's get 13 and 11. Start at 11.
Revelation 15.
13.
Oh, 13 and 11. This is the book of Revelation 13 and verse 11. It reads, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he speak as a dragon. Verse 12.
Yeah, so that beast is America. And the time we're in now is he's speaking as a dragon, which is very cruel. That's what that represents. And the two horns like a lamb is his system, right? His political system, where he makes everyone feel included, right? But we even brought out that thing. What is that thing called? The college of where they vote, where they determine who becomes the president.
Right, the electoral
college.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. When you look it up, and it actually says they are the ones that determine who becomes the president. But the voting, because back in the day, George Bush, there was a scandal, right? In Florida, there was a bunch of scandals, right? That
1000%.
there was a video where the guy came out in the 90s. He's like, yeah, I made the voting machine.
Oh yeah.
That counts the votes, and he went before the judge, and she's like, oh, this is 100% legitimate. He says, yeah, I made this machine, and it can.
It can be tampered with.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this whole system is a joke, but it makes you feel inclusive, right? And the two horns, right, is the two sides that you people fight over every 4 years. Oh, the liberals or the conservatives, right, or the Democrats or the Republicans, and it's just back and forth, like it's like a Masonic technique, right? Because it's like it's swindling, right? It's not favorable to either one, right? Because it makes one feel, it's like sports. One year this team wins, the next year that team wins.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Verse 12. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
So America exercises the power of basically Rome. That's what that is going into, because America is the extension of the Roman Empire.
That's
right? And you can see that through various forms, right? In law, right? In your from naming botany, plants, everything is done in Latin. Your architecture, your gods.
That's right.
One of the biggest companies in today's society is Nike. Well, that's a Roman god, or goddess, right? So a lot of ways, America is Rome today.
That's right.
Verse 13.
The way that you were just talking about the structure of government.
Yeah,
the structure of government goes back
Senate.
to the Senate.
Yeah, that's all Rome.
Yeah. And he does great wonders, so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Yeah. So look at those tests that they were doing. When was that? In the 50s and 60s. With the atom bomb in the desert in Nevada. That's a wonder, man. That's not fabricated. There's people out there that say the missiles aren't real. You people are bugged out, man, because that's a wonder. That's a great wonder that they did, and especially when they dropped them right on Hiroshima and
Exactly.
Nagasaki.
Exactly.
They left what was it? People's shadows
shadows.
Yeah.
imprinted on the pavement.
That's
So,
right.
you know, that's a wonder. That's something you look at and you just whoa.
Food still doesn't grow,
Con.
or even when it does, it grows messed up. It's toxic,
There's mutations in the water over there.
right? The cancer levels in the people
Con.
out
Yep.
through the roof.
The radiation in
Yeah,
there is really
that's
hot,
right.
right?
That's right. Yeah.
Verse 14. And deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beasts, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast which had the wound by the sword, and they lived.
Yeah, so that wound in the sword goes back to that Roman Empire when Septimius Severus took over and gave him that deadly wound, but it was healed during the time of the Renaissance, right? The deadly wound was healed, and they came back, and that same system they came to the Spaniards when they came here. You know, the French came here,
French.
Portuguese,
Yeah.
and ultimately, right, the English, right, which is the mother of America, right?
That's right.
Is Britain, and that same system goes back to the Romans. You know, that's why you have the Julian calendar, which was changed to the Gregorian calendar, which is still a Roman concept, and it's still bugged out anyway, right?
Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Right. So when America had its constitution, right, it made the government in such a way that was fashionable to the ancient Roman Empire, right? And that's why you even have Roman numerals on the dollar bill.
That's right.
That mentions 1776, but it's done in Roman numerals, right?
That's why they passed their homosexual laws.
Con.
Yep.
And I think the apostles used to say they had to actually learn Roman numerals in the 3rd or 4th grade
Yeah.
in the States, right? So
Wow.
that just shows you even more, right?
I do remember that though.
Yeah, they
No,
used
yeah,
to-
yeah, you did.
They used to teach us back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. No,
Yeah.
I had to learn it as well. Yeah, you're right. Con.
Yep. What was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast which had the wound by the sword, and they live. Oh, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Verse 16. And he caused all, both his small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Yeah, and this thing is going to be caused. It's going to be brought upon you. It's not going to be optional. Just like they used to say to calm people down, oh, the vaccine is not going to be mandatory, but you're going to have less liberty or more restrictions.
That's right.
Right? So what does that mean? You know, who in their right, so-called carnal right mind, I'll say, wouldn't take that vaccine to have, so-called liberty? Well, we know the plan, so why would we take that thing, man?
Con.
Can't even say it, you know?
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Verse 18. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for the number of a man, and the number is 666.
So everything, just like everything today, pretty much has the barcode, right? Everything is scanned, everything is documented, everything is on file. So they want to completely digitalize everything, right? They want to make everything completely digitalized, and there's not going to be any more cash, right? Because everything's going to be on digital. Right? I think there's a setting you can put it in landscape mode. Or if you want, you can just leave it in portrait. Just to see how it looks. Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a setting before we started. You can put it in landscape. Yeah, so like the brother was saying about Terminator, about Skynet. So they wanna make everything just one, right?
Yep.
And even there was a saying, one world order, one world government, right? So they want to make it all one, you know, where they basically they're the supreme powers, and what they really want to do is just get rid of people, man.
Yeah, that's right.
They want to keep it under
Georgia
500 million, right?
Yeah.
Which is not a lot at all. Go ahead.
I'm going to go on 14. Revelations 14.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, that was
okay,
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get this real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus. This is chapter. One second. Chapter 12 and 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he be humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away."
So that's his devil, man, because Esau came in different ways, right? I remember when that movie Fast Five, when they went to Brazil, right? The guy, he's like, there's a boss in Brazil, and he's like, do you know the history of Brazil? He said basically the Spaniards came first, and they came in guns blazing, and the natives took them out. He's like, personally, he's like, I like the method of the Portuguese. He's like, they came bearing gifts, and you know, they tricked the people, and he's like, that's why every Brazilian speaks Portuguese today, right? So that's that scripture right there, because Esau came in certain ways where it was through violence, outright violence, but mostly they came through subtlety, because he is that serpent. He was Genesis was at 3. He was more subtle than any creature on the planet, right? So he supplanted Eve, he supplanted Adam, you know, or deceived, right?
This is Revelation 14 and 9. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahawah, that is poured out without mixture."
Yeah, so Shalachyayam, this is we have to warn you, this is our job, man, because you guys think, oh, it's just a microchip. I'm going to open my car, I'm going to have my medical information, my bank information. No, this is, if you're an Israelite, this is an abomination. If you take that, the brother just read your judgment, man. It's not a joke. You know, it's not going to come that microchip 666, mark of the beast. That's what they want to see, you know? But we're telling you, we're forewarning you that if you take that microchip, then that's your ass, man. You know, the Most High is going to jack you up. You'll have your part in the lake of fire. Right? Go ahead.
"And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahawah, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb."
And you know how you worship. The brother showed the video, the Maxine lineup here in Toronto.
Jeez.
That's worship. That's what that means, worship. These people fully believe in this system, and they put their trust in this system. If you catch one of the brothers there, man, then he's not in GMS, man. He just chose a side. But if you're faithful, man, you're not going to be found there, you know. But that's the point of, we told brothers for years what kind of mindset you're supposed to have, right? Even though, remember, years ago, you can go to the club, you can go here, you can go on this vacation, you can go to, you know, you can do all these things, but have that mindset, yo, this is not your rest.
That's right.
Week in and week out, day in and day out, we've been telling it to the apostles on down. We've been saying, don't have that rest here, man. Don't have that mentality. Have a mentality of the pilgrims. We always used to say, have a pilgrim mentality. So when shit hits the fan, You're not, oh man, I need all my riches here. No, I gotta pack up what I got and I gotta get the fuck out.
That's right. Apostle Tahar made a video where he mentioned you're gonna have guys coming to camp with the microchip. It sounded straight. So this is an example of people taking the
vaccine,
the gift, and coming to camp.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
so.
Because it says perilous times, man.
That's right.
So
right.
You might confront the brothers like, I gotta do it for my kid, man. I have to do it to pay the bills, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let me get the word worship that you brought out, right? The word worship. I'm gonna read it.
G 4352.
Proskuneo, which means to kiss the hand towards one in token of reverence. So you know when they say kiss the ring, you bow and kiss the ring. That's a sign of basically you worship the system. You believe in it. You worship the system more than you worship the Most High.
The Creator,
Right? That's why the Most High. Why do you think Yahawashi really? He said, just be concerned about your daily bread.
Exactly.
Right? Your clothing.
That's
your
right.
shelter. That's it.
That's right.
And really, we're not even supposed to be concerned about that because the Most High provides that.
Everything.
Right?
Yeah.
It says, among the Orientals, especially the Persians, to fall upon the knees and touch the ground with the forehead as an expression of profound reverence. In the New Testament, by kneeling or prostration to do homage or make obeisance, whether in order to express respect or to make supplication, used of homage shown to men and beings of superior rank. So, it just basically means you fully trust this system. You might have had a person you've been talking to, they know you're in the truth. You might have known them for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, telling them about this thing, and all of a sudden, hey man, I went last week to get the vaccine. But he knew about the truth.
Yeah.
But why? He wasn't fully persuaded in his mind.
That's right.
And that's not your fault. You did. Our job is just to tell you, man. Our job is not to sit with you for 10 hours, break scriptures down. And we used to do all that shit. And you know what? It's all vanity. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it's the Most High who can wake you up.
That's right.
All our job is to do is to proclaim this truth, man.
That's right.
And mostly get shit talked about us, our reputation is defamed, all that stuff.
But
we did our job, man.
We defended the gospel.
Exactly.
Let me get this for you. This is Romans 11,